The 6 Israelis are being handed over to the Red Cross at 2 sites, one in central Gaza, one in the south. And among them are 2 men who've been held far longer than any of those abducted on October 7, 2023. The pair, according to their families, have experienced mental health concerns over the years and wandered into Gaza a decade ago. In exchange for this group, Israeli authorities will free more than 600 Palestinians from the nation's jails, the vast majority of them detained since the war in Gaza began. And while this group of Israeli hostages are expected to walk from captivity, the last living hostages to be released during this initial 6-week ceasefire, the bodies of another 4 Israelis will be returned next week. During that process, Hamas will need to be extra vigilant after a heartbreaking blunder during the last repatriation of remains of Israelis killed in captivity. Overnight, Hamas has finally released the body of mother Shiri Bibas. It had said it had done so a couple of days ago, but forensic tests showed her remains were actually those belonging to another woman. The incident sparking outrage here in Israel and prompting threats of revenge from the country's Prime Minister. A roadside vigil at nearly 3 a.m. welcomes a convoy to Tel Aviv's National Forensics Centre. Inside one of these vans, the genuine remains of Shiri Bibas. Behind these gates, authorities verify her identity. Her family posting on social media, "We received the news we feared the most. Our Shiri was murdered in captivity and has now returned home." The 32-year-old mother's body was meant to be handed over on Thursday with those of her 2 sons, 4-year-old Ariel and 9-month-old Kafir, also killed in Gaza.
These Hamas monsters also cynically refused to bring back the boy's mother Shiri and sent the body of a Gazan woman instead, in brazen violation of the agreement.
Hamas says the remains may have been mixed up by mistake, the militant group claiming the Bibases were killed in an Israeli airstrike along with Palestinians. Israel refutes this, citing forensic evidence the ABC cannot independently verify.
Ariel and Kfir Bibas were murdered by terrorists in cold blood. The terrorists did not shoot the 2 young boys. They killed them with their bare hands.
The mistake and subsequent uproar comes at a crucial time in the ceasefire, which is nearing the end of its first phase. Watching closely are the people of Gaza.
We want all of the terms of the agreement to be fulfilled so that we are not destroyed, so that the destruction does not return in Gaza.
We are afraid of the Israelis, that they would return. We are afraid of that. This is enough.
A plea for the ceasefire to hold and a chance for lasting peace. Matthew Doran, ABC News, Tel Aviv.